Okay, hey everybody. I realized that I only had 15 minutes on that last recording, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up in a few minutes here and finish up, kind of going over the syllabus. So I was showing you a book, and the book Steve was the half of the class. I can't remember exactly where I left off, but essentially you've got this how to read the Bible for all it's worth, and then how to read the Bible book by book, which are two great books that we're kind of using throughout your literature courses here to give you an understanding of the different genres. And then the book by book text is going to give you a nice summary of each book. What we found at this point in your biblical studies is you don't need, when you're going over every book of the Bible, getting a summary of them, you don't need 40, 50 pages on each book. You need to kind of get the gist of how they fit together, being able to summarize and read, okay, what is this about succinctly, while I'm trying to understand what other books are about. And we're not getting exhaustive on those. So this is a really helpful book for that. And you're only going to get through a certain portion of the Old Testament stuff that is covered in those books. So wanting to touch on that. The assessments for the course you can see here are listed out here. Class participation, 25% of the course. So we give you a lot of points in the course just for participating, which means that you drop the discussion boards or don't do a good job with them is really going to hurt, as well as if you don't do the reading, will really hurt your grade as well. And then the rest of the assignments are somewhat equal, between 5 to 10, up to 15% on that bigger assignment, number 3. And then you can see what each grade is worth here. All right. Now I want to just go in and just make sure you guys understand how to find things and turn things in. You go to week 1, you're going to see all the details that were referenced in that course schedule that I showed you, and you'll be able to see here again what's the objectives for that week, what's my reading. Again, I put these into the announcements, but they're here in each week folder for you as well. So you can read ahead if you want to read ahead some weeks, or clarify, go back what was due this week or that week. So you have here the legal analysis is assignment 1. Now to get the details for the legal analysis, you'll actually have to go back to the syllabus, scroll down and find assignment 1. These are the instructions for assignment 1, okay? But when you go into week 1, you're going in there to see, oh, it's due that week. But then when you're done with it, to turn it in, this is where you turn it in, all right? And that's that way that I can see, I'll be able to receive it through Blackboard and grade it. Now, the other thing that you see in here is what's called the resource folder. Each lesson has a lesson resource folder. So you'll click on that to get some of the documents, the PDFs, and any additional documents that week talks about. So for instance, the Sabbath law narrative that it talks about reading, you hit that button to pop that up. The establishing and maintaining order reading, that's here. Yeah. All right. And then I believe, I can't remember if the Walton reading is required or not, but either way, even the supplemental reading we make available for you, in the course. Then the legal analysis worksheet, that's what you actually have to fill out for the assignment. That I just downloaded it, open it up there, and you see that this essentially provides the framework for the legal analysis assignment. So you're literally just going to fill things in here and type in your responses as it asks you for these for that assignment. So that's how filling in an assignment or finding an assignment, finding the stuff to do an assignment and then turning it in, that's essentially how it works. So again, that's week 1. But I'm just not going through week 1 exhaustively here. I'm just trying to give you a gist of how each week works. Now, week 2, very similar. You do have a quiz that week. So I want to show you that when you go in and do a quiz, you go into that week and then you click on the quiz when you're ready to take it, and then you essentially just hit begin, and any details that it requires of you should actually we'll put, like, for instance, this is a closed book quiz. Therefore should be taken without notes, reading, or other helps. We'll make that really clear when you take the quiz, so be sure to read the instructions there. And then when you go in to take the quiz, I don't want to give away any of the answers. Okay, I'm not going to give away the answers. Don't look at that until you're ready to take the quiz. So I'm going to get out of that really fast because I don't want to ruin the quiz for you. But essentially, you'll go in there and it'll tell you the further instructions that you need there. I'll go over more detail of those sort of things during the week that stuff is due, but I just want you guys to be aware of that. All right, so that's essentially how the course works. That is the core details that you'll be using. Obviously, to go into the community posts section, which you guys have already done, to start posting your introductions, but also to go in and put prayer requests, questions on the course. Some people have already done that, asking about the reading and so forth. That'll go there. And then the group discussions, you guys are all in one group discussion board. I put everyone in the same group, so that's there. You'll go in to actually interact and make your posts in there. This is what my professor discussion board looks like. I'm not sure if yours looks exactly the same, but the point is you hit the group discussion post to go in there, and then you just create a thread and type your message subject in, and then you type away. So that's essentially how it works. If you guys have any questions, give me a shout. Look forward to exploring Old Testament literature with you guys, and I'm excited to get going. Thanks. Talk to you soon.